Good to be back and racing in Hong Kong on Sunday at Sha Tin after a Wednesday off of racing here in the territory. Anyway, we're back with the live action with 10 races, all of them on the turf as well, and our final two group races of the season as well, the Premier Plate and the Premier Cup. I'm Andrew Lejeune, good to have your company. Joined here in the studio by our former analyst in Paul Alley and race caller Tom Wood as well. Tom, and two good lineups I think for the features.
Yeah, I think the first of them is pretty open, Andrew. Race number 5, the Premier Plate, there's a number of chances in that race, but then when it comes to the Premier Cup over the 1400 metres, we know what good form Beauty Joy has been, and he's going to be tough to beat, and it was good to see Lucky Patch bounce back and run well last start too. Yeah,
we've had plenty of jackpots. Been watching the action from Royal Ascot this week. Paul, any jackpots for us here on Sunday?
No, there's no jackpots here at this stage for Sunday, but look, the racing looks really competitive. I dare say it looks like it could be a bit of a favourite stay. There's plenty of going to be a few shorties throughout the card, and a couple of first starters that have been spruiked up as well.
Yeah, particularly in is it race 6, I think we got 5 PPs making their debut, so you're looking forward to having a look at that. As far as we're concerned, they will be looking at the 2 feature races on the show today. Take note though, Wagner Borges, although he's tested negative to COVID himself, he's actually a close contact, so he unfortunately sits out Sunday's programme. The ride's picked up by Harry Bentley, Ruan Meyer and Alex Lai rides Right Honourable and Handsome Guys. All right, so this is all action on the turf then for Sunday's programme. We've got, after this one, just 8 more till the end of the season. We're on the A course as well, and the 2 races we'll be looking at, the 2 Group 3s, the Premier Plate over the 1800 metres and the Premier Cup over the 1400 metres. First up for us then is the plates. Handicap conditions here being a Group 3. Kaying Star and Tourbillon Dylan both coming out of the Champions and Chader Cup where they finished 2nd and 4th respectively. That was a mile and a half, of course. Champions Way, one of 2 in the race for John Size. Excellent Proposal being the other. Columbus County drops in class. Casper Founds won this race for the last 3 years, as does Reliable Team. He gets the blinkers back on, the visor comes off. Turin Red Sun for Douglas White and Matthew Poon for Barrier 3, and Berlin Tango, his only win so far, has still been on the all-weather. All right, we'll start off as we always do with the speed map, see how this one pans out. Tom, I think good to slow in the early stages here with a reliable leader and reliable team.
Yeah, there's no genuine pace in this race. He likes to go forward to his Reliable Team. They've taken the visor off as well and put the blinkers back on. He ran 2nd in this race last year. Mighty Giant, provided he jumps okay, I think he can be close. He's drawn in barrier number 2, and then you've got Kaying Star. Paul, does he put any pressure on for the lead?
If it's too slow, I think he can. Yeah, like he's led in the past, but just recently he's been sort of sitting off him. Butterfield's a query for me. I mean, he normally likes to sit 5th or 6th. Now, there's 2 choices. They can try and be positive and try and slot in there, or they can go all the way to the back. But so there is options for Butterfield. There's a big run to the first bend here, but there's an 1800 metres.
Didn't work out well for Butterfield last time out. 2400 metres in the Standard Chartered Champions and Chader Cup. He was 3 wide till about the 1000.
Yeah, we've got the likes of Excellent Proposal and Savvy Nine. Columbus County wouldn't want it too slow. He probably 1800 might be the minimum for him. But Casper Founds certainly knows how to win this race, and he trains Columbus County because he's had the last 3 winners, 4 in total in this event. In fact, Tom, thumbs up one from I think it's 2012 maybe.
Yeah, so it's been a race that's been dominated by Casper, certainly recently. Southern Legend, of course, what a terrific horse he was. Dances with Dragon, one with that weird solar eclipse we had that time as well. And Horse of Fortune there for Tony Millard, Paul.
Yeah, and he went over to Macau. I think he changed stables, went to Macau and won in the mud over there as well. So he was a good horse.
OK, all right, who's going to follow in their footsteps? We'll find out as we start previewing the race. Hearing from John Size with 2 in the field.
John, Champions Way, an excellent proposal in the Premier Plate. First of all, on Champions Way, he's never normally too far away in these types of races. What did you make of his run in the Lion Trophy?
Yeah, I think he raced all right. It was a normal run for him. He didn't get any prize money, but he seemed to travel well. He looked okay and finished the race off quite well. So I think he's racing well enough. I don't think he's lost form or anything. He seems to have done well at home. And he's in pretty good order.
How's his work been? He had a trial the other day, just looked like a typical Champions Way trial.
Yeah, he's not terribly interested in barrier trials, but I like to trial him, just otherwise he won't do anything. So he seems pretty healthy. He's trialled, as you say, as he wants to, and he'll probably run another good race.
He's back up over 1800 metres. He's never won course and distance, but he has gone close. Do you think he's got the ability to win over 1800?
Well, he's run some good races at 1800 in the past, even though he hasn't won one, but he's got to be in the mix. I mean, this is his class. He doesn't have too many options. He has to run in the races that are on the program, and I'm sure he'll run well again.
Excellent proposal. Winner of the Classic Mile last season, yet to register a win this season. Where do you sort of feel he's at the moment?
Well, he's a similar type of horse in the way they get up around the 110 mark, and they take part in the races and they run well, but they find it difficult to win. So both horses are sort of on their mark, and they have no choice. They have to compete in this class of race.
He's run some good races this season, a couple of them where he's been a little bit unlucky. Has it been a little bit frustrating for you that he hasn't been able to win one this season?
Well, I'm sure it's frustrating for the owners that he hasn't been able to win a race, but I mean, this is, as I just alluded to, this is where they are. They get into a figure where they don't have many options as to what races they can run in, and they're only capable of winning when everything goes to suit them.
You put the blinkers on a few runs ago. Have they had the desired effect?
He seems to be racing better with the blinkers on. Yeah, he didn't seem to be doing his best, and when we put the blinkers on, he seemed to run a bit better.
Is this going to be his last run of the season, or is possibly the Class 1 mile at the final meeting a possibility?
Yeah, that's a possibility. So we'll see how he pulls up after Sunday, and then if he's still happy to run, we'll run him again.
There you go. Tom out early at track work with the interviews. He is discussing there, Paul, frustrating for a second. He hasn't managed to win, but he does look like he's got plenty of ability still. Excellent proposal.
Yeah, look, I mean, his last one was in the 4-year-old series, wasn't it? But he's been placed a few times, but he's been costly. He's gone out favourite on numerous occasions, and he's the early favourite. Well, he's not now, but he's right in the market once again. Of the two, I think Champion's Way is probably more reliable.
There was a run, may have been 3-4 runs ago, where he was held up on the fence. You don't know what would have happened there, whether he would have won or not, but he has been costly for sure.
Yeah, I'm in danger of following him over the edge of the cliff. Excellent proposal. Let's have a look at some genuine Group 1 form here then, Tom. But this is a mile and a half, the Champions and Chater Cups. They're all dropping in trip significantly.
It was a huge run really by Ka Star. He just has to carry top weight here. Last start, he was a tad keen in the early stages. There'd been a few times this season where he'd been a bit iffy at the start as well and had been missing it. So he was 3 wide from about the 800 metres. I thought it was quite a brave run, Paul, and he did cast a plate in the run too. Yeah,
he definitely goes in for me, and I did like Torbjorn Diamond's run here as well. He finishes off nicely for 4th, but he got quite well back. Look, he had to clear traffic, and I just thought he stayed on nicely. Back to 1800 metres, he's already won on the trip as well. So both Ka Star and Torbjorn Diamond on it.
Columbus County, I'm not sure about him at 1800 metres. Yes, he has won at 1800 metres before, but it's not his pet trip, and he hasn't won a race this season as well. So it's been slightly disappointing.
Yeah, but Ka Star, any trip, any race, he just seems to turn up and run his race, doesn't he? So I think he's an inclusion despite that big weight, the 133. Reliable team, Tom. He'll lead. If they leave him alone, then maybe he could, sort of mess them around a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, this was his run in this race last year where he was second. Last start he had the trail faded. He has been out of sorts recently. He has won this season, but it was a few months ago now. But last few's been a little poor. They've decided to change the gear up as well. Paul, blinkers going back on and the visor comes off.
Yeah, when he did win that race, he stole it from the front, didn't he? They went really slow. So then the jockeys would be aware of that. Here's Columbus County. It was a good run from him in this last year, running on for 4th. I've got him in on a minor line. Because he does run some honest races.
OK. Off the lights weights here, Turin Red Sun and Berlin Tango. Paul, Turin Red Sun, he was runner-up, course and distance in the Classic Cup.
Yeah, so look, the 1800 looks OK for him. He comes in really well at the weights, Turin Red Sun, so he definitely goes in for me. I think he's a good chance, and Berlin Tango, you can deal me out of him. He's just won the one, and that was on the all-weather.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Even though he's got the lightweight, he's not overly appealing, but certainly Turin Red Sun, and he's been pretty consistent since arriving here. They were a little bit sort of disappointed with his run in the Derby, but I think with a lightweight here, he's going to give this race a decent shake. Yeah, and that was Running Glory in Bourbon Air, isn't that? For the form of that works out quite well. He's our early favourite at this stage, Paul.
Yeah, so look, he definitely goes in. He's going to go in as the Quinella horse for me. I'm going to go with Torbjorn Diamond. I just think the 1800 metres is ideal for him. I think from barrier number 7, Alexi can get him into a really nice position midfield. So he's on top. Turin Redson comes in really well at the weights. Kaying Star is such an honest horse. He's hard to leave out. And Columbus County just on a minor line. But 2, 10, 1 and 7.
Same Quinella, but just a different forecast with the 10 Turin Redson on top. He's been really consistent since arriving here. Chased home Running Glory Bourbon there last time out. Wasn't far from Beauty Joy a couple of runs ago. He's a Group 3 winner now. So he's on top, Turin Redson. Torby and Diamond, excellent proposal. It is hard to leave him out, but he does take money. And Kaying Star, another one that's normally pretty honest, just has to shoulder that big weight. 10, 2, 5 and 1.
Turin Redson for me as well. Hasn't actually managed to win in Hong Kong yet, but I think he can in this as well. I've just been enjoying Royal Ascot this week. Well, he comes out of last year's Royal Meeting. He used to be trained by John and Thady Gosden. I'm sure we'll get a few more from this week's meeting too. So Turin Redson for me. Still to come, we'll look at the other Group 3 contest. That's the Premier Cup, plus all the best bets. That's still to come. We're racing at Sha Tin on Sunday. It's a 10-race programme. We've already looked at the first of our feature races, one of 2 Group 3s on the programme, the second one being the Premier Cup. This is over 1,400 metres. Again, run under handicap conditions, so Stronger. Lucky Patch carry the 133, 131. It drops down to Beauty Joy on 123. He's looking for a hat-trick. He's actually won 4 of his 6 starts so far this season. Zach Purton rides. Lucky Express for John Size. Healthy Happy should probably roll forward from barrier 9. Cheerful Days behind Beauty Joy last time out, beaten 1 1/4 there. California Deep Shot's got speed. Silver Express sometimes goes forward as well. And Blaze Warrior is the second of the size runners in the field. All right, we will start, as we always do, with the speed map here. And it should be a solid tempo here, Tom, with a couple of horses that could go forward.
There's a few speed options. California Deep Shot is one of those. Healthy Happy's definitely one of those. And the other option is certainly Silver Express, but he's probably likely to trail here. Lucky Patch shouldn't be too far away, and then you've got Beauty Joy, Paul, with Lucky Express bringing up the rear.
Yeah, I think this is probably how it's going to turn out. But as you say, there are other options. Lucky Patch has led over 1,200 in the past, for example. But I don't think he'd want to get into a speed battle, I should say, with Healthy Happy.
OK, all right. And well, we'll have a look at Beauty Joy in a moment. We've seen that he can get quite keen mid-race as well. I'll just give you an idea of the sort of horses that have won this in the past. It was a good year for Casper last year because he did the double with the Cup and the Plate. Skyfield winning this. Tom is a genuine Group 1 horse himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, International Day, and then you've got Jolly Banner. What a good old horse Jolly Banner was. Flying Thunder, we never really got to see what he could do. The best of him, Paul, and down to the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz winning nicely there back in 2017. But yeah, Jolly Banner, he was a great horse for the connections, wasn't he?
And Flying Thunder is on my favourite stat at the moment, half-brother to this year's Derby winner, Desert Crown in the UK. There you go. All right, let's get into the races then and have a look. First up, we'll go back, and again, Group 1 form to take in. This is the Chairman's Sprint Prize. These horses, though, finishing towards the back, Paul, we've got Stronger, who finishes in 7th place. We've got Lucky Express in 8th, and then Lucky Patch. And he was on the comeback trail here because we hadn't seen him since December, mind you, but he finishes 9th.
He does, and then he came out and ran a really good 3rd, Lucky Patch. Now, he's a horse that's also won over the distance before, being by El Rocker, so the 1,400 metres isn't a problem for him as well. Look, he's drawn nicely in barrier number 6. There's options there for him. So, look, I'm going to include him because I thought it was a really good run behind Cordyceps 6 last start.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Stronger, you would have seen him get a bit of a check there at the 350, and the horse to his outside, Lucky Express, he just came to the end of his run. Interesting jockey booking around Stronger. Vincent Ho hadn't done a lot wrong on the horse, but the informed combo of Hewitson and White.
All right, and this is him back at the trials, Tom.
Yeah, Muddy all-weather track this morning, but he was under a good hold here in this trial. He won it by 2 3/4 down at the line as well. Did Stronger. He's had a terrific season, really, winning Group 1 level over the 1,200, beating Skyfield, and just didn't quite get him in here, Paul, with top weight.
Now, that's what worried me, the 133 pounds as well. Now, he's going to have his first start over the 1,400 metres here in Hong Kong. He never raced over it before he got here either in Australia, so it's his first time over the distance. So, little query there as well.
All right, so this is the race you're talking about, Paul, with Lucky Patch, and we've finished third. This is the Sha Tin Vase. So again, this is handicap conditions. You're given £17. The other horses here are Lucky Express, by the way, and California Deep Shot, are slightly obscured, but giving £17 to the younger horses on the scene, which was Cordyceps 6 and Nervous Witness. So it was a good effort here.
Yeah, really good effort, I thought. And look, he stayed on really nicely. Look, he had that fall, and you got to remember, he's one of the best sprinters. He was the form sprinter going into the international meeting as well. He was right in the market when he did have that fall. They took their time with him. They sent him up to Chung Fao. He saw that first run, and this was his second. And look, I like the way he finished off, and it looks like 1400 metres is going to be up his alley under this run.
You'd think it would be, and just might have got a little bit tight on the rail over the final stages. It was a bit like about the Lucky Express run too down the outside. He's only missed top 4 course and distance on one occasion.
We'll keep going then, because this is him at the trials then, Tom, Lucky Express.
Yeah, he's just done his own thing, sort of typical sort of stable trial of the John Size runners at the back, held together. He did make up a little bit of ground to run 4th here, nothing of too much note in the trial. But there was him down the outside, Paul, really rattling home late up to 1400 metres again will certainly suit.
Yeah, the 1400 looks ideal for him as well. He's won once this season as well, this horse. Look, he might be just up to his mark. That was anything that worried me a little bit here at Group 3.
All right, Paul, this is Beauty Joy, our favourite, and a good place to start it. You can see him with his head up in the air. And he didn't just do it once in the race either, so he's a bit of a handful to ride, but he's got bags of abilities. He wins here, beating Cheerful Days in second. Silver Express runs 4th, and our current leader, we pick it up, Healthy Happy, drops out to run 8th. Yeah,
look, the thing with Beauty Joy is he keeps winning and he keeps doing things wrong. It's going to catch up with him one day. He's got to learn, because if he does things up against these genuine sort of group horses, there's going to be a problem. He's still pulling there, but he's just got so much raw ability. I'm still going to go with him, but you wouldn't want to see that in this race.
No, he's definitely the horse to beat. Interesting, I thought they might have gone 1800 metres with him, but you can see they're reckoning why they haven't gone 1800 metres, because there might not be much of a pace in the other Group 3 race, where they're more likely to get a genuine tempo here for him to aim at, and he just might settle a little bit better. He does work in the side reins or the bungee, and he has of course he can't get his head up there, but you're not allowed to use those race days, so they've got to try and teach him somewhere or another to relax, but he was brilliant there. Cheerful Days has to go in, and well, Healthy Happy ran last or near last in this race last year. He's not going well at the moment.
Yeah, so that was a mile back to the 1400 metres, but they're just going to go a stride faster, which should help him as well.
You'd think so, yeah. No, you definitely think so, but because you could tell him pulling there, and there is genuine pace in this race.
He didn't just do it once either, he did it multiple times.
Yeah, and he has won over the trip already, the 1400 metres, so it's not new to him, but coming back from the mile. But he's having a great season, already a 4-time winner. Right, one more to have a look at, Tom, and this is Blaze Warrior. So we've employed the split screen here. You can talk us through this one.
You can see him, he didn't get a lot of luck this occasion, did he, Blaze Warrior? He's got a lot of talent on his day. He's only got 113 pounds to carry with it. Joe puts up a couple of pounds overweight. You can see it was Antoine Hamlin this day, Paul, nowhere to go, couldn't find anywhere. A little gap opens there, but Timey does get out and make up a little bit of ground. The race is over.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is obviously a lot harder, but he does come in really well at the weights. That's the beauty of the handicap system, of course. So, look, you just forget that run, I think, and go back on this previous one.
Okay. All right. Well, those are the options. Beauty Joy is our favourite, Paul, and probably going to be your pick as well?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Beauty Joy, but you wouldn't want him to seem to do things wrong once again. But the 1400 metres, I think, will help him there. Lucky Patch. Now, he's a genuine sprinter, but the 1400 looks good for him, the way he's been racing. They've taken their time with him. Cheerful Days has been consistent all season in Blaze Warrior. So 3, 2, 6 and 9.
Same 4 numbers, can't argue. Beauty Joy looks to be the horse to beat, dropping back to 1400 metres, and if he gets a good genuine tempo, can relax, he's going to be tough to beat. He was too good for them last time when he wanted to do things wrong, but he meets a quality opposition here. Lucky Patch, who bounced back last time out with a strong effort. Cheerful Days really powered home late last start behind Beauty Joy, and Blaze Warrior with the lightweight as well. So 3, 2, 6 and 9.
Yeah, Beauty Joy for me as well. He's a really nice horse. I'm quite excited about him. 3, 1 and 6, my top 3 there for the Premier Cup, which is one of 10 races on the programme. Paul, who do you think the winners are?
Well, I like Hyperion Tree. He's been downgraded up to 2,000 metres by Redwood. I think he can go pretty well in the first. There's a lot of talk around about Lucky 8, one of the first starters here. His trials have been really good leading to that. Beauty Tycoon, another one that's gone pretty well in recent times. His last couple of starts have both been very good. It's a Beauty Tycoon. I thought Eremo is going to get a perfect run from his draw. Eternal Bloom as well. There's another one I quite like. And Massive Action in the last. I think he can lead all the way, stepping up to 1,600 metres for the first time.
Okay, and don't forget, head to the audio video section of the website for the full previews of each and every one of those races. But who was the best, Paul?
Going to go with Massive Action in the last. I think we might get a bit of a price with Zach jumping off and Matthew Chadwick. He's very good on these front runners. So he's on top. Massive Action, of course, Frankie Law is the leading stable at the moment. And Kingland with a senior rider on. The horse has also dropped 17 pounds. Well, he ran towards the back last time, but trialled really well before that race. With that loss in weight and also with the senior rider, I think he could be a bit of a price. And we'll do the play in the last. I think there's three main chances in that, and they're the three there. Oriental Smoke, Massive Action, and Secret Vision, QQP 5, 6 and 9.
Best for me, race 2, number 5, Lucky 8. Be interested to see what sort of price he comes up at in the market, but he has been trialling well, so should give the race a good shake on debut. Lucky 8 for Ricky Yu and Karis Teeton. The value comes up in the 6th race, another Ricky Yu runner. It's Spirited Express, who's had a lot of form overseas prior to arriving in NZ. He does have to carry top weight, and it's never easy off the market. 80 and from barrier 13 as well. And the QQP will make some money off Beauty Joy, Lucky Patch, Cheerful Days and Blaze Warrior, one of the main races.
Best for me, I'll go in the main race as well, and that is Turin Red Sun. So Mithras was his name when he raced in the UK, ran in the Britannia last year. I think this could be his maiden victory for Matthew Poon and Douglas White. And well, Karis Teeton and Ricky Yu again, could be a big day for them, couldn't it? Mr. Ascendancy won't be a huge price, but hopefully we can each way price about him in race number 9, third last time out. Thought it was a good effort. Kying Star, Tourbillon Diamond and Turin Red Sun is the QQP. There you go. That's Sha Tin on Sunday. No Happy Valley the week just gone by because we've been enjoying racing from Royal Ascot. We're back at the Valley though on Wednesday. Yeah,
there's a good race, Class 2 1200. A lot of the usual offenders there, but Lucky Swainess lining up for Manfred Man, rewarding together. Easton season at the moment. Voyage Warrior, keep you warm, so handy race there.
Yeah, really good race as well. As you say, Lucky, who's coming back to a bit of form as well, so it's going to be a really good race.
Yeah. And you boys have been enjoying the Kiwi success of Chris Waller and James McDonald with Nature Strip. That was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. Terrific. The other day was Nature Strip. The Australians, a bit like Pavlova and Farlap, they keep trying to claim Waller and McDonald, but he's still ours.
Did you see the cricket there?
Yeah, we did see the cricket. Great game. Great game if you're a neutral.
Hopefully we'll see a Sha Tin on Sunday. We will be racing to win.